Who do you think are the potential big stars for Team GB at Beijing?
This weekend at the Birmingham Diamond League, there was a couple of guys who showed they've stepped up into world-class medal potential. We know through Greg Rutherford, he's Olympic champion, he's just confirming his status. And this year, I'm sure he's aiming to go and add a world title to his Olympic and Commonwealth and European title. So, has he won the Europeans? Have I just made that up?
Just give it to him.
I'll just give it to you,
yeah.
Greg. I've given it to you. But yeah, that's the one title I think he wants. And a lot of has been said about his performance in London. It was only 8:30 odd. Who cares? He beat who was there. He was world number one and he won. And just give him the kudos for it. So it's really good to see Greg. Actually, some things have changed for him. On the run-up, and he looks brilliant. He jumped in Oslo last night and confirmed his superiority. He's probably merit world number one at the moment. He looked great. That leads me on to a really young superstar, Dina Asher-Smith, in the 200 metres. Last year, she had a PB of 22.6. I think it was 22.58, 22.6. She's only World Junior Champion. She's only 18, 19. Just finished her first year doing history at University of London or King's College, can't remember, one of them. And she steps on the 200 metres and runs 22.30 and nearly beats the Olympic champion Alison Felix. Now, that is something that's legendary and amazing. She's already broke the British 100 metre record, 11:02. She'll probably be the first British woman under 11, no doubt. And all we hope that she keeps healthy and her coach keeps doing what he's doing, John Blackie. He's not getting any credit at all, but he's done a great job with Dina. But someone I saw last year and the year before, I saw her as a star, and there's something about her that she's got superstar quality. Just her demeanour, her answers when she gets interviewed, the way that she runs. There's something about her that is above the rest of some of the girls in our country. And so hopefully she's going to be that role model for everyone else now to run that fast, but she's amazing. And I'd just like to mention there was a great performance in Oslo yesterday. In the 1500, Laura Muir took on the best in the world and won from the front, just outside her PB, 4 minutes, 0.6 seconds. It was just like, we're starting to get a crop of young athletes, especially women actually proving their worth and being world class. And so Beijing now, we have the likelihood of Dina Asher-Smith potentially win a medal, Katarina Johnson-Thompson in the heptathlon, Jess Ennis in the heptathlon, Greg Rutherford, potentially Adam Gemili if he can overcome his injury from the Diamond League last week. The relays, the men's 400 is hotting up. 6 or 7 people have qualified to go to Beijing, so the trials for that at the beginning of July is going to be pretty explosive. The men's 100 and 200 are always exciting. So we've got, and they're all young, and that's what we want. So basically all the old athletes are starting to, we've all finished now, and they're finally retiring, and the young ones are coming through. So we've got a new crop of young and up-and-coming athletes. And I think Greg is actually one of the senior athletes now, even though he's been around. I don't think he's even 30, but he's been around for 10 years. But it's really exciting. So for me, obviously, the heptathlon is pretty exciting. With 2 potential Brits and a Canadian, so 3 Commonwealth athletes, potentially first, second and third. It'd be good to see what Jess does now from Gotsits up until the World Championships. Will she actually do the heptathlon? Not sure. Can Katarina Johnson-Thompson overcome the injury problems that she's had from last year and this year that's prevented her doing a heptathlon? That's quite exciting, and we hope so, because we want Jess and Kat to raise each other's game. I can't count Morgan in. I don't think she's quite ready. She's still only 18 years old. I think her time to come is probably 4 years' time, going into Tokyo. So I'm going to discount her, rightly or wrongly, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm excited. And obviously, being a former heptathlete, I'm pretty pleased I'm not in this era of heptathletes. And I have my time literally at the beginning of Jess's and at the end of Denise's. So I have my own time to myself, because I wouldn't want to be in a battle, because I know I wouldn't be coming out first or second. I'll be coming out third and forgotten about. But it is exciting athletics, and it's really good for women's sport, actually, that we've got good women proving their world class.
And you mentioned briefly Adam Gemili, who looks like a star in the making, maybe a bit further ahead than that. He's some great performances of late. He obviously suffered that injury. Do you think he'll be fit for Beijing? Do you know how serious the injury is?
Speaking from, this is second hand from somebody who spoke to his coach a couple of days ago, is that the injury looked as bad as it appeared, and you kind of hope it isn't, and that he can recover really quickly. Our national championships are in a couple of weeks, and you kind of have to do that to go to the World Championships. However, he has run 9.97. He has run a pretty good 200, so he could be pre-selected and then given that opportunity up until I think the 22nd of August to run at the World Championships. However, the the Rio Olympics next year is the one he wants to be ready for. So maybe rushing him for this World Championships in August is not the wisest thing to do. And I just hope that him and his support network do the right thing. You know, when you're the first British man ever to run sub 20 in the 2 and sub 10 in the 100, and then you're injured after you've run 9.97, it's a heartache, but also a joy. It's one of those, do I be happy or do I be sad? But his bigger picture is the Olympics. I don't think he'll be in Beijing. I think if he's sensible, he won't be, because he needs to be ready for next year. That's where his biggest opportunity comes. Olympics are only every 4 years, and if he makes the wrong decision now, it will affect the next 12 months. And so I'm sure him and his team are very cautious. His coach Steve Fudge is quite cautious. He coaches James DeSalu as well, who's obviously slightly injury prone. So they're very cautious of how they prepare. So I'm pretty sure that they will make the right decision and be quite overly cautious, and rather than push him for Beijing. But it would be good if it wasn't as bad. But apparently it is. So
We all wish him the very best.
We do, very much so.